It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Today is Tuesday, September 30th. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having a phenomenal day. It's a nice overcast kind of fall day here in Los Angeles. It's feeling fall. I actually was cold this morning when I took my kids to school. I had to put on the sweater. I had to cuddle up, and I kind of was vibing with it. And now I wish I had a sweater on me today, like in this moment. Feeling kind of chilly in this instance. But I feel like, maybe I'll get sweaty and warm when I talk about all the things today, when I talk about the biggest divorce in Hollywood. Who knew? When I talk about all of that. And we have a documentary that we have to talk about, which I haven't finished. So don't worry, I'm not going to spoil it. Although I guess it's going to be spoiled because it happened years and years ago. It's an unsolved murder case that is shocking. It's quite a shocking story. I was watching it last night with Lance, the murder of Ellen Greenberg. It's a documentary, Apartment 603. What happened in Apartment 603, I think, is the full title on Hulu, and it premiered yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. It's a limited series. It's pretty interesting. I highly suggest, if you guys are true crimers, to go watch that. We'll talk a little bit about that. Obviously, we have a Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni update that we're going to get into. Brittany Cartwright loves to blame other people and not take accountability for her own shortcomings. I'm going to give you guys a little update on the reaction from yesterday's episode and talking about JK Rowling and her feelings about Emma Watson. And is JK Rowling a transphobic woman, or does she actually care about women's rights? I asked you guys yesterday on Instagram, and I got a bevy of reactions. Really, really interesting. Plus, I started listening to a new podcast all about it called The Witch Trials of JK Rowling, that was released a couple years ago. And I am heavily immersed. I am so deeply invested into this podcast. It is what an incredibly well done podcast. Just to go beyond the headlines. I think that's like the biggest lesson I've learned in the last 3 years, I would say. Yeah, coming up on 3 years, is to always go beyond the headlines. Never take a headline and just run with it. Always read the article. And then when you read the article, do more research on that. Go and check out for yourself. That's the biggest lesson I've learned about media, headlines, and people's opinions, because you never know. You never know. What you're reading is not always the truth. We're going to find out more about that. We're going to talk about everything else. And you never know what's going to pop up here on Tuesday's episode of Daily Dose of Donna. Sprinkling, sprinkling, welcome to your sprinkle. Oh my goodness. You guys, I am so excited. I lost sleep last night. If you are a parent and you know this feeling, and maybe you don't even have to be a parent actually to know this feeling. Who knew summer camp? Okay, it's September 30th, and I was on pins and needles making sure that my kids would get into summer camp for 2026. Yes, this is where we are in our lives. In our lives, that we have to apply to summer camp for 2026. And it's a lottery system because they get so many applicants now that you have to hold and wait and cross your fingers and your legs and your toes and your knees and hope that they get into the session that all of their friends are in and that they were in for the last 3 years of their summers. I swear I was on the verge of crying last night. I had so much anxiety over this because the way that they do it is that they release the list slowly, it's a manual process and it's a lottery. It's nothing that I can do. It's not like if my kids were on better behavior, it's not like I can just kind of, schmooze my way in. It's not like I could be like, but I'm Daily Dose of Donna, the way I panicked over this, you guys. I got the email. My kids are in summer camp. That means 3 weeks without my boys. Remember that last summer? By last summer, I mean like 2 weeks ago. I am so excited. You guys are wondering why this is happening. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's an LA thing because when I was 16 weeks pregnant with Dylan, my first child, people asked me, did you already register for baby class? I said, excuse me, what? I just literally told people I was pregnant. Oh, you didn't register for baby class? No, that's an LA thing. When you're 16 weeks pregnant, you already have to put your kid on the mommy and me class. So I called, it's called Baby's First Class. It's here in LA. It's like the popular thing to do. I was like, I didn't even know this was a thing. 1-800-Baby's First Class, hi, I'm pregnant for the first time. Can I put my kid on the list? He's due November. He was born November 13th. He's due November 13th. Can you put him on the list? I'm sorry, we already have a waiting list for that month. Can you put him on the waiting list? Yes, he's number 22 on the waiting list. I was like, okay, I guess I won't go to baby class. Oh, it was so depressing. Really depressing. I ended up going to another baby class. The less popular one, I ended up meeting my best friend Valerie through it. Everything works out for you. Let's get into the show. Now, I think the comments are coming in slowly today. We have a little bit of a pause in the comments, but that's okay because I do see a comment here from Maya from a little while ago, and it says, did you see Ryan Reynolds on Jimmy Kimmel last night? He looked awful. You know what? No, because I don't watch Jimmy Kimmel. I never do. Don't take it like as a bigger message. I just don't stay up late to watch any of these BS shows. But now that you mentioned it, I will pull it up. I don't want to watch Ryan Reynolds, but I will pull it up. Was it good? Nothing Ryan Reynolds does is good, but did he say anything of note? Was it interesting? Your comments are not coming in. Oh, God, do I have to watch this? Oh, man. Okay, here's your comments. Now they're all coming in real fast. Okay. Jimmy was even more vile than usual. Oh, my God, he was so annoying on Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel, okay, he was terrible. I won't watch anything with Ryan Reynolds. Don't give him our energy. Ryan was gross. Suki. He seems so gay. He was lame. Okay. Let's just watch 2 seconds of it, you guys. I just want to see how he looks. All right. Can we just see how he looks for just 1 second, please? Hold on. Sorry. Let's do this together. Let's hold hands. And in case you don't know, that's Jimmy Kimmel. I guess he has a name tag on it. God, this whole Hollywood kiss ass world is so not for me. Like, I'm so glad I'm out of it.
Yes, it is.
Oh, let's get the beginning, I guess. Okay, kiss ass, kiss ass, kiss ass. Everyone, hug, hug, hug. He's so skinny.
Is this your first time at BAM?
Yes, it is.
Oh, well, welcome to BAM.
Yeah. Not my first time in Brooklyn, of course, but first time in BAM. This is you should make this permanent. This is great.
What's BAM?
It is great. It will be fun.
Yeah.
I feel like the level of enthusiasm would wane, though, the longer I was here.
I don't know. These guys seem like they're in for the long haul.
I'm already annoyed.
Have you spent much time here in Brooklyn?
We do. My wife and I always kind of wish we lived here because we come here for Halloween every year. And
we do.
Brooklyn Academy of Music.
No, it's amazing. You walk around, it's so idyllic, and then they hand out like the good.
Of course,
right?
he has to say something.
Like the coffee crisp and Smarties, the stuff you don't get in America.
Wait a minute, we get Smarties in America. We hate Smarties.
No, it's not that. No, lobbyists taught you to hate those Smarties. No, those are terrible. They're made of like ayahuasca or something. The American ones.
Oh yeah.
Can we just talk about drugs in 2 seconds?
Plastic, and they're like little Tums.
Yes.
But they don't taste as good as Tums.
You're talking about the American ones. The British ones are made from rich Cadbury's milk chocolate. But by the
Listen,
little fingers
I
of Northern
love
English children
British candy.
in those little
He's
sweatshops,
annoying.
and they're incredible.
Sweatshops.
And then the American ones, yeah, you're not eating Smarties, you're on a journey. Riding Bob Barker through the apocalypse by your fourth Smartie.
So do you go and snatch those candies from your home, from your children? Is that how it works? Yes.
Oh my God,
And
yes. I film myself I'll tell and then in the morning I'm like, I don't know where they went, but I have this video. Oh wait, those were the American Smarties.
Some would say
Dude,
that it
he's
is
so
inappropriate to
annoying.
go trick-or-treating in a neighborhood.
Can we just get a little pause on that moment?
Children? Is that how it works? Yes.
Oh my God,
And
yes. I film myself
Where's Zack Peter when we need him? We need Zack. Zack, does this look realistic? Okay, you guys are all telling me to look at the comments. I will look at the comments in just a second. Hold on. But we just need to know, Zack, is this realistic? Hold on. Zack, come into my live ASAP. Need a gay man's thoughts. This is Ryan Reynolds in a nutshell. Someone needs to do a quick screenshot of this. And just today on Daily Dose of Donna, oh yeah, Zack did get his tooth surgery. Oh, I have other gay people in the comments. That's true. Okay. Andy says my gay man thought is no. He's not using teeth. He knows. Michael Golden, he's doing the ball grab too. Molly goes, oh wow. Oh wow. Wow, Ryan. Wow. This is when the people unsubscribe and they're like, you are too immature. Okay, Donna? I watch you for serious news. Enrique says Hugh Jackman was watching at home saying, oh, there he is. That's my boy. Okay, let's keep going. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, Zack is saying, okay, but noted I'm on pain meds. No, I don't want him to actually come on the show. He's waiting for a link to be on the video. I just wanted to come. Okay, let's keep going. I'm not bringing him on the show. I wouldn't do that to Zack. Not today. Not today, sir. Not today. Okay, let's keep going.
I'll tell you that.
Okay, maybe just for this one, segment, but then I'm going to kick Zack out because I'm going to say quick. I don't think Zack knows what this is, so he's going to be surprised, okay? Yeah, no, seriously, why are we suing? Wait, no, don't sue me. Enrique says I'm suing Donna, Jimmy Kimmel, and Ryan Reynolds for SH. Don't sue me. That's not fair. I'm just presenting this. I'm the judge in the matter. I'm literally just presenting the information to you. I am getting SH'd here. This is unfair. Please take me out of the equation, okay? But this is what we're fighting for in free speech. This is what we have to get. Aunt Clara says watching him is emotional abuse. I'm with Aunt Clara. I don't want to see this. Remember from the comeback? I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. If Zack doesn't get here in 10 seconds, we're moving on. Zack is always like, yeah, I'm coming. And then he takes his he takes time, stops and gets a drink. He goes and walks and he goes and, maybe feeds his dogs. I don't even know what Zack does until he gets over to his computer. But it's got to happen soon. Zack, get in here. Molly, are you still here? Can we check on Zack? No, but this is really truthfully awful. Okay. We'll go on until Zack gets back. But this is what this is what he considers funny. He's so beyond.
Oh, wait, those were the American Smarties.
Some would say that it is inappropriate to go trick-or-treating in a neighborhood in which you don't live.
Yes, it is. It's a form of grifting, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I think I'm not even wearing a costume half the time. I just go with a dumb clown nose.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
No, I phone it in so badly. People get upset.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, right.
I'm like, that's not. I'm dressed up 364 days a year, man. It's my day off. This is your day to shine.
I
He seems like such an asshole, you guys, for real.
No matter what the situation.
No, I would suck at those old Shakespearean where you're having to get all the cakey white powder on your face. It'd be terrible.
Have you thought about moving here so that you can trick or treat in peace?
I'm gonna live on this stage, Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's available.
Yeah.
It's really no. I've definitely thought. I think Matt Damon bought most of Brooklyn in the early '90s, and then he's just been parsing it out to hedge funders.
When people talk about gentrification and how opposed they are to it, they should know that the person behind it, Mr. Gentrification, if you will,
he has a belt that says Mr. Gentrification. It's really
Matt Damon.
Yes, it is. It is indeed. It is. I wonder if Matt is behind some of this mishigash with the network. That seems
don't culturally appropriate my Jewishness by saying mishigash.
No.
Well, he hasn't been supportive, that's for sure. I've heard that you've expanded your what is becoming a sports empire to the sea.
Yeah, Sail GP. We're doing Hugh Jackman and I are doing
my boyfriend.
Team Australia. Sail GP. Slingsby's the greatest in the whole world. They're captain of that ship.
What does that mean, Sail GP?
Sail GP, look, I've wanted to be
I
with
can't.
Sail GP for, oh my God.
Does he say anything interesting?
From all sorts of various sports asking you to buy a team in their league?
I have nothing crazy. Yeah, well, there's a curling. I got a curling one. That's
you do
Canadian, yeah. But I don't have one. I'm just I was approached about it.
I see.
But the national game of Canada is actually lacrosse. Believe it or not.
Oh, so you're thinking about that?
Yeah, but you think no. I don't want anything.
Well, you got sailing. What could be worse than that?
Hugh's the captain. I'm just the first mate here.
Okay, all right.
I'll follow his lead. He's very broad. I'll just get behind him and watch him,
Your team, Wrexham, the football club over in Wales. You have a game tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we have games tomorrow.
You watch all the games?
I watch every single one of them.
You have people driving you crazy for tickets and stuff as if they couldn't just go buy them if they wanted them?
Yeah, I've had some, every week there's a list of, also as they were saying backstage, they were like, Ryan, you give your phone number to everyone.
Do you?
I do. It's a problem.
Well, you trick or treat with a clown nose on. What do you expect?
I know, right? I know. Not very, a little thick up there. I get a lot of that stuff. We've had friends that I work with too. Will Ferrell came out there. I loved it because he just slides right in where the massage therapist is working on one of the players, and Will just brings the hands right in, and the guy sort of looks up and he's just absolutely loses his mind. What's in the vapor rub, Doc? And then Channing Tatum came out and nearly killed the whole team.
Yeah, tell us about that. What happened with Channing Tatum?
There's people like Ryan Reynolds. I find that Ryan Reynolds, and apparently he talks about watching porn when he was a kid. Okay. There's people like Ryan Reynolds where it's all such a bit. And if you know people like him where there's not an authentic bone in this man's body. And that's truly what it comes down to. There's not an authentic bone in his body. It's such a play. It's such a look who just freaking entered the studio. What is this? What is this? I'm already on my next segment, pretty much.
Okay, well, that's because you asked me last minute, and I'm trying to work while also needing to sleep.
Okay, I'm gonna let you leave in just 2 minutes.
Okay.
I have just a little something to show you. It would have been funny had you been here a few minutes before. Like it may not even play well at this point. How are you feeling, Zach?
Great.
You don't seem great.
I'm just really tired.
How was your show? Was it really tired?
No, I actually made it through most of it for the most part.
It
Yeah, I
worked
got
out
really
well?
excited about the JK Rowling stuff.
Oh, did you? Did you get heated?
I got a little Zactivated. I don't think it was my full effect, but yeah.
What did you talk about? Did you say like I'm getting a lot of comments about that. I was going to talk about my reactions that I got
I
in
said
my
trans lives matter.
they do.
No, I just said I am upset that the media had conditioned me to believe that JK Rowling was anti-trans when in looking at her statements now, I don't believe that she's anti-trans. I think she's pro women's rights. And I think that you can have both. She has not condemned the trans community. She's been very open and embracing of the trans community. But there are certain things that she thinks have gone too far. And I said, as a gay man, I agree. You know, there's some of the ideology that has been lumped into the LGBT community that I think has gone a bit far, that doesn't fully reflect the views of a lot of people that are in the LGBT community. And I also said that I thought that it was messed up that Emma and Dan threw her under the bus. And I thought that her statement to Emma was really good. Like, she stood her ground and she's like, you don't get to just cancel us and discard us. And then all of a sudden, like, now, you know, it's not as popular to cancel and discard people. So now you want to, like, you know, do a podcast where you make it seem like you've matured in some way.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think the worst part about the entire thing was the idea that she had written that handwritten letter behind the scenes to JK saying, or to Joe. You know, her name's not even JK. Did you know that?
It's Joe.
Yeah. To her to say, you know, I hope you're doing okay, or like, I'm sorry you're going through this, or whatever, behind the scenes. And then in public,
Well, yeah, and it's
never.
like, you have my phone number. You can call me at any point, but it's like in public, you're doing this whole spectacle, and then behind the scenes, even just like a one sentence handwritten note, I agree with JK. Like, it's not even it's not sufficient enough to just scribble some words on paper and just, you know, think that that's going to be enough.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I really, you know, I've been down this like whole long kind of like deep dive in the last 24 hours because I didn't really ever, I hate to say it, but like care to research this at all. It just wasn't on my, I'm not a Harry Potter person. Like I never really
I
cared
love Harry
about this
Potter.
story. You do? My kids like it, and like I like the ride at Universal Studios. I just never really cared about it. I wasn't like devastated over all the claims and everything, but I do just remember thinking JK Rowling was a transphobic woman.
Yeah.
Like
And
I just
all those losers were burning their books, and now they just look like performative pansies.
But you know what's interesting is that yesterday I totally went on a rant about it, and I spoke from the heart. I said, as a woman, you're taught your whole life to be scared of men. You're taught to be cautious of men. You're taught to be very worried about scary men in your private space. You're taught to look both ways, put your head on a swivel in a dark space, and hold your keys so that they, you know, they're popping out of your knuckles when you're in, you know, walking to your car at night. Stranger danger, Kristen says. And when you go into the bathroom in a dark, you know, like, and I still carry that fear. I would never walk my dog at night alone, ever, 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 even on Ventura Boulevard when it's cars driving by. I am never alone at night. When I went out to dinner with you, like your Uber dropped me off at home. I don't walk alone at night. I'm always scared, and I'm not scared of women. I'm scared of men. And so her whole point is that women are conditioned to be scared of men our whole lives. And so at some point, why is that just because a man now says, I feel like a woman, and they're not fully transitioned into a woman, but just they feel like a woman at some point, now we have to just completely disregard that fear for that person's new feelings. It's like it fucks with our brains. It's a very valid thought, and I understand that it spreads like an overarching umbrella around the entire community of trans people, like, oh, they're all scary, they're all bad. It shouldn't, but you can't pick and choose who it applies to. This is where it gets dangerous and scary, because there are bad seeds in
Yeah.
all good people, just
Or
like there
even
are.
just, I mean, outside of that, I can't relate to that as a woman, but I can relate to the part where, JK Rowling was speaking
Look
out
what Molly wrote really fast.
Blake Lively made me scared.
Blake Lively made me scared of women.
Um, I can relate to the point that JK Rowling made about not indoctrinating children, and, trans youth, I think is such a huge conversation right now when I'm just like, you have to wait to buy cigarettes. You have to wait to drink alcohol, to drive a car. Like, there are age limits because a child's brain is not fully developed. And you hear from people that have started to detransition, and you hear these horror stories of like how maybe you were just a tomboy, or maybe you were just an effeminate boy as a young age. And I think back now and I'm just like, there maybe were some times where I would have been like, wow, am I really a woman? And it's like, no, I'm not a woman. I've never wanted to be a woman. But at that age, when you're so young and so impressionable, it's convincing young gay boys and girls that are exploring their sense of self and exploring their sexuality into thinking that they may be something that they're not. And then you're encouraging and feeding into that at such a young and impressionable age where you're in this phase of self-discovery. And I think that that is really dangerous. And you're doing things that are permanent to a child's body. They say hormone blockers, you can be taken off of them. Yeah, but that's a very foundational period in the child's life where they're developing. And when you're blocking those hormones or changing their biology, you're changing that forever. You can't just say, oh, well, you can get a nose job at 13 and then, we can undo the nose job. We'll just give you a new nose job afterwards. It's like, no, you've already shaved down the bone. You've already changed the facial structure. You've already changed so much fundamentally that it does hinder children, and they don't know any better. And that's why parents and adults need to protect children. And it's okay to be a boy that may be a little girly, right? That may be a little effeminate. That doesn't make you a woman. It just makes you a boy that has a little limp in his wrist. And that's okay. So stop trying to erase gay boys and allow them to become gay men again.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of feelings on this too. Absolutely. And I mean, I feel very, very similar to you on it as a mom. I mean, it's tricky. I don't get that into it here on this show, but I asked my audience about JK specifically because, I didn't have the time to go through all thousands and thousands of her tweets. And apparently she's really, really tweeted about this and gone into it for years now. And on my question on Instagram, overwhelmingly, minus maybe one or two people, everyone said, no, I don't think she's a transphobe. I think she's literally just fighting for women and children's rights. But what happens is the media takes one thing, or, sometimes people do like things that aren't the nicest tweet. And she has done that before where she's liked things and she apologizes for it. I mean, how many times do we hear stories where people like comments that are like over the top. Remember the whole Heather McDonald liking things on Patreon story?
Yeah.
That like, people do that. Look, I mean, here, like, I'm very curious. Like Globotron says JK Rowling is a monster, right? Like these stories, these narratives that people hold on to, but like why? What makes someone like JK Rowling a monster in your brain? I'm very curious. I really need to know what specific
what statement has she made which
that makes her a
yeah.
monster.
Yeah. Like, what is it specifically that upsets you? And then you ask people that question, then suddenly they're like, I'm not putting up with this conversation because I believe in blah, 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 blah.
And here's the thing is like, I get that it's a very, very personal feeling for people. And it's a very scary thing, right? This whole conversation is a very personal and very scary thing. And I think if you have someone in your life who is trans, and if you care for someone that is trans, this is a whole different boat for you because you're gonna feel incredibly sensitive to it. And I really do not want to eliminate anyone's feelings of like importance around this issue. Like I do absolutely believe if you are trans, if you love someone that's trans, like live your life 1000%. 1000%. But that shouldn't eliminate other people's rights, right?
Mhm.
It shouldn't take away from other people's rights. That's what I think.
You just have to figure out that middle ground, right? Of like, well, what does that then look like,
Yeah. Yeah. But we also have to I think the biggest thing here, the biggest takeaway about the JK Rowling, Emma Watson story is, and the biggest takeaway for me is going beyond the headlines about these stories, because we all in our brains, myself included, thought JK Rowling was the biggest transphobic mother effer in the world. But then when you read the tweets, if you actually look at the tweets, unless you're a Globotron here who thinks that she is, they're not transphobic. Maybe she's liked a tweet that is transphobic, and for that, that's a problem. But unless
what was the tweet that she liked that was transphobic?
someone said in one of my comments that she liked something bad. And like I've
But what
probably
is
liked
bad?
something
Like,
bad.
what is
I
considered?
don't know. I don't even know.
Because I mean, up until 2 weeks ago, saying that you were a free speech supporter meant that you were a fascist. Like, what is like everything these days like comes with its own filtered lens. We throw around these terms like racist and transphobic and all of these things without actually, understanding the weight behind them. And we take every little microaggression and turn it into, Nazi Germany all over again.
Well, I think, that's another thing is we have to be very careful with the words that we use, because I do think that we eliminate the meaning of the words. I talked about this on my Patreon on Sunday. I don't remember when I recorded it over the weekend. If you guys listen to my Patreon, I talk about how, the words, every word is overused now, right? Every word is overused. The word homophobe, the word racist, the word anti-Semitic, the word, the word Nazi, the word Hitler, the word fascist, all of those words are really overused. So like, do we really,
Narcissist.
you're a narcissist, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, especially when you're high right now. This is really narcissist.
I did not like that.
It's really interesting. I mean, I don't know. I think misogynist is overused. I'm a misogynist according to half of Reddit.
Misogynist, racist, transphobic,
We're all of those things. I'm a
homophobic,
MAGA jerk.
fascist. I'm a maggot.
You are a maggot. I saw maggots in my trash can. Listen to my show last week. I saw maggots. Okay, wait, you guys, we can talk about this forever, but I do want to show Zach why I brought him on the show here.
Show me.
Okay, I want to show him. I want to show Zach something. And Zach, I need you as a gay man. Are we allowed to call you a gay man?
Sure.
Okay. I want you to see this one move.
Oh God, was this from last night?
Yeah. And I want you to see, is this considered a gay man or not?
Oh, it works. Yes.
Oh my God. And I film myself like, and then the more.
What is happening? Is that what he does to Hugh Jackman? Like, what? What was he trying to say?
Should we do it again? He's doing it about candy.
Who does this with candy? Who jerks off candy? What kind of candy is that? Some red vines? Like, what are we?
I film myself like,
What
in
the OnlyFans is going on here?
I'm like, I don't know where they went, but I have this video.
It's like the head jerk and everything. Like, you don't head jerk some nerds.
Look at his face.
You're doing a glut glut.
His face. Zach, does he nail it?
I mean, better than I ever could.
Show us what you would do.
You have to use 2 hands. But that's mainly so that I only have to put the tip in my mouth.
And well, especially with your tooth surgery. You can't open your mouth that wide right now.
No.
It's hard. That's what she said. It's really hard. Do you want to stick around and talk about Nicole Kidman, or are you out?
I don't care about Nicole Kidman, to be honest. I didn't even talk about her on my show. Everybody's like so sad about Nicole and Keith. And what was he mad that she kept using his flat iron? What is happening? Is that the report?
Oh my God, Joy. This is a good Karen Reed update. I think he needs to eat more. He looks like Jen McCabe about Ryan Reynolds. If you know who Jen McCabe is, that's House Long and To Die in the Snow. That's hysterical. Nicole Kidman, breaking news, files for divorce from her husband / possibly wife, we don't know, Keith Urban.
Is that the rumor that he's trans?
No, that's just what you said. Keith Urban does wear a good amount of makeup.
No, do you remember when the Caitlyn Jenner rumors came out? When Caitlyn was still Bruce, and then people were like, Bruce is becoming a woman, and everybody was like, that's crazy. No way, never gonna happen. And then, surprise, bitch, she got a
Do you think that? Yeah, but Keith Urban.
That's a really good point. Like, does Caitlyn Jenner have a coochie yet?
I haven't checked. Should we do a special report?
Well, because Caitlyn Jenner is technically trans, but like Caitlyn Jenner would then be able to go into like a woman's bathroom.
Should we ask?
Yeah, text Chris.
Let's tweet her. Let's tweet Caitlyn Jenner. Hi, Caitlyn. On live on Daily Dose of Donna. Do you have a vagine? I mean, is this like what we're really doing here?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Brittany says she retired it.
What does that mean?
She put it down to sleep.
Like chopped it off?
Listen, this is a kid show.
No,
it's definitely not today. She put it. She said she had bottom surgery in an interview. Leslie says.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Huh?
Like Brigitte Macron.
I don't go there on my show. This is Disney Channel. Enrique wants to know. Thank you for coming to Disney Channel. We have to do the wand. Okay, let's keep going. So back to the show. Keith Urban has officially moved on, allegedly officially, moved on to another woman. And Nicole Kidman said, I am done. But she has so much Botox. So she said, I am done. You know, she can't move her face. Kind of like you today. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
You look like you're going to pass out.
Trust me, I'm not going to. I mean, I'm so tired, but I'm not going to pass out. Can you stop laughing at me? Stop it. I'm trying not to laugh.
Oh my God, Zach, you're so faded. Remember when we used
I'm
to
not
say that in
faded.
high school? You're so faded.
I'm not faded.
Oh my God, you're so high. Tell
I'm
us what
not
it's
high
like.
at all.
Can I tell everyone what you were texting us in the chair yesterday?
Sure.
He was so nervous and he was getting laughing gas. And he and he goes, "Oh my God, this feels so weird. Is this what heroin feels like? Is this why people get addicted? I think I know why drug addicts get addicted. I think I'm going to get addicted to this. Is this why people get addicted?"
It didn't even make me laugh.
And then last night you said the walls haven't started talking to me.
Because Molly said that the walls were going to start talking. And I was like, nobody's talked to me. I was at home alone and none of the walls talked to me.
Do you think that we should cancel our dinner tonight? Definitely.
We're having dinner tonight?
With Katie
shit.
Pope. I'll cancel it. I want to cancel it. Let's cancel it.
I can't eat.
Yeah, I don't want to go out for soup. Although, according to Christine from Sister Wives, she and David love soup.
Oh, I completely forgot we had dinner tonight.
Okay, let's cancel.
In my mind, it was already canceled.
Can we get back to Keith Urban? I always lose subscribers when you're on my show. Every time Zach comes on my show, they drop like flies.
Oh, a martini sounds great.
No, you cannot have a martini
know,
under these conditions.
I need coffee is what I need.
Your plate would be like Marisol's on Real Housewives of Miami. You would just have cockies.
I know, but I can't have coffee.
Is this how you have cockies? Do you do it like a flute?
Yeah.
Or like what is this?
Pepper.
Oh. Zach, oh my God, I'm dying. I love you so much. This is hysterical. Oh my God, okay, I love you. Bye. We'll see you later, Zach. He didn't even say bye. You guys, he's so high. This is the fun. We have to really watch this later. He just left. Do you think he even has a memory of being here? I'm going to tell him later on text. I'm going to be like, Zach, thanks for being on my show. He's going to be like, what? I was? It was an Irish exit. He's like, peace. That was the best. That was the best I've ever had Zach on my show, ever. Okay, back to Keith Urban. So yes, breaking news, because she finally said enough. Last night, it was such weird stories about Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman, because what happened was the whole story was like, she was like, I want it to work out. I don't want him to leave. All the reports were like, he's out of here. He's leaving. But she wanted it to work. And then today, all of a sudden, they say, he's moved on to another girl. And not 5 minutes later, guess what the story is? She's filing for divorce. So, here's the article on TMZ. It says Nicole Kidman files for divorce from Keith Urban. It says, we've seen a divorce document which says marital dissolution agreement signed by both of them. It includes a parenting plan because, of course, they both have kids. It says the kids will spend 306 days with Nicole and 59 days with Keith. How weird is that? Is that like a normal agreement? 306 days with Nicole and 59 days with Keith? Yeah, I don't love TMZ either, but this is the first one that reported the actual agreement. Isn't that so odd? Okay. Nicole cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for the divorce. She wants to remain the primary residential parent of the minor children. Both Nicole and Keith waived any spousal support and child support, and they each will retain their own assets, which suggests there is a prenup. The one for Keith, they were signed with 2 notaries. The one for Keith was dated a week ago, and the one for Nicole, a month ago, and the one for Nicole was dated a week after that. So this has been a while ago. They separated in June. Nicole wanted to save the marriage. Keith did not. Keith has moved on with another woman. For whatever the reason, she has had a change of heart and she filed to end the marriage. Another story here on Daily Mail says, for years we heard the whispers out of Hollywood about Nicole and Keith. I saw the mask slip months ago by Amanda Goff. I have no idea exactly who Amanda Goff is, but she says, we saw with our own eyes how in love they were on every red carpet at award shows, even in paparazzi shots. But after 19 years of marriage, the dream is over. I won't lie, readers. I'm shocked. And according to our sources, I'm not the only one. Rumors are in overdrive that Nicole was blindsided about the split. So what went wrong? It says that busy schedules and a lack of intimacy had eroded their bond. My hunch is that something far subtler than distance or time apart drove a wedge. Rumors of trouble in paradise had been circling Nicole and Keith for ages in Magland, the term Aussie journalists used to describe our dwindling magazine industry. So it says that, I think it's just normal marriage shit, right? Nicole, after turning 50, wasn't slowing down. She wasn't putting her feet up, counting her millions. She was working as crazy. And apparently, I hadn't seen that last movie, Baby Girl, but apparently she was like having orgasms with 18-year-olds. Did you guys see that movie? My friend Molly said that it was like a wild movie where she was literally having sex with an 18-year-old the entire movie. So she's been working her butt off. But I feel like he works his butt off too. Oh yeah, it says months later in cougar-inspired erotic thriller Baby Girl, she masturbates, strips off, and gets on all fours to drink milk from a saucer before another young lover licks the drops from her lips. Okay. Not only did Nicole publicly say she had to take a break from filming because she was having too many orgasms, but she also caused a stir by chugging a glass of milk while accepting Best Actress at the National Board of Review Gala. The message was clear. Nicole was taking on the raciest roles of her career and thoroughly enjoying herself. How does Keith cope with it all? I mean, it was a fair question. I was wondering the same too. But apparently during July, when his interview with 2 Australian radio hosts abruptly ended after they pressed him about his wife's sex scenes, he was not the one to end the interview, but a publicist did. He was, I guess, maybe getting a little pissed off about her sex scenes. So who knows? Who knows what's going on there? But apparently he has moved on, and that happens. I don't know about you guys. I don't think Lance would love me on all fours, sipping milk and orgasming too much with an 18-year-old. I'm just saying. 20-year-old, maybe. Do you guys care? Not sure. Back to the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni story. Justin Baldoni was spotted at the airport here in LAX, looking cute, looking sweet, looking happy, and looking like confident. Listen, Justin Baldoni, one thing about Justin Baldoni, I think we can all confidently say that he always will look like he's doing well. He never looks. The only time I've ever seen Justin Baldoni look sad and depressed and bummed was like right after the original lawsuit happened, or the CRD complaint around Christmas time, when we saw pictures of him kind of like walking out of his agent's office looking so down and bummed. But he reveals he's doing wonderfully amidst the Blake Lively legal war. He was speaking to TMZ at LAX. When asked how he was managing the high-profile dispute, the actor declared he was very grateful, very positive, feeling a lot of love. The reporter remarked he appears to be taking the high road, and he says that's what we always try to do. There's a little video of it. And he also said that it was a rumor, the whole process server around him. I can show you just a little quick video of it. It's just a super, super quickie, as they say, but I hate to say it. It's another TMZ video. I know you guys don't love it, but what can I do? That's who gets these videos. After this, and it will be right with you after this quick ad. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for the ad to end, Blake Lively is outrageous. And I'll tell you why in just a quick second, because she has filed a motion to basically say that she is above everything else. She basically doesn't need to prove anything. I'll just tell you guys in a sentence in just a second. Here you go.
Justin, how you holding up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing actually doing wonderful.
Yeah, very great. You're doing wonderful?
Got a lot of love, man. Got a lot of love.
You're holding up okay, man?
Yeah.
You seem to be taking the high road, man.
Thank you. We appreciate it, man. Thank you. Well, we always try to do, man.
All right.
Always try to do.
Listen,
man. Thank you.
Look,
very much.
Last question. Let me ask you this. The judge dismissed your countersuit. What's next for you?
We're not allowed to discuss that right now, man. We can't discuss that for you. You all right?
I'm good.
Thank you, man. We're talking about can't talk about it, but hey.
But listen, but you're okay though, taking the high road here. Positive.
Very positive.
Very positive.
Can't talk
All right.
about stuff like that.
All right. I'm just doing my job.
Appreciate you.
Justin, last question. Look, listen. Do you know anything about the guy who tried to serve Taylor Swift, Travis's house? Know nothing about it?
I'm crazy. All
right, buddy. Thanks.
He's feeling positive. He's feeling good. I don't see why he shouldn't, because when this trial officially starts and does go to a jury, he's going to have nothing to worry about, in my opinion, because this woman doesn't have shit. And I was watching Elsie, Else Rich. I was watching Elsie and Little Girl Attorney. They had a video on this new filing that she had, which basically is like her motion on the reply to 47.1. In long story short, it's like a big pile of garbage. And what she says in this motion is basically she wants to forego. She basically doesn't feel like she needs a jury trial. She doesn't feel like she needs a jury trial. She wants to go just basically she wants the judge to make a decision. She's like, we don't need a jury. Okay. We don't need to even go there. We just basically, judge, why don't you just make a decision right now? Good? You're good, right? She just wants to have him make a decision immediately. We don't need a jury. Also, she just wants him to make a decision without any evidence presented. She doesn't feel like she needs to present evidence of anything, of any of the SH, of any of the malice, of anything. She's like, you're good, right? Like, you already have seen everything. We're good. I gotta go. I gotta fix this. I gotta finish this up. I gotta wrap this shit up. I gotta get paid. Like, we're good, right? I'm sick of the waiting, basically, in not so many words. I mean, she basically, if you put this into all the writing into ChatGPT and said, like, make this one sentence, it was basically Blake Lively saying, like, I want it now. This be. In what world are you a plaintiff and you decide, I don't want to bring it to trial. I don't want to bring it to a jury. I don't feel like it. Excuse me, what? In what world does a defendant not get the chance to defend himself, or doesn't get the chance to have a jury of his peers to defend himself? Excuse me. Well, excuse me. You look like it's not love me. You look like we hate you. Sucks. Anyway, we don't know what Judge Lyman's going to do. He'll probably be like, okay, and can I also come to dinner? So over it. So over her. All right, let's go into our last story for today. I want to remind you guys all while you're here. I have a couple sponsors that I haven't talked about yet. this week. And these are important and exciting sponsors for me. And two of them you already know, but Grazie Wine. And I haven't talked about them on the show for a while, but this is the bombest wine. And I'll tell you, it comes out of a box. And I don't want you to freak out about this, but Grazie Wine is the best wine. I'm telling you, it's the only wine I drink because it does not give you a headache. It does not make you feel hungover, and it doesn't have any sugar. It's zero sugar, quality wine, and sustainably packaged. It has 4 bottles of wine in one box. It stays good for weeks. You can put it in your fridge if it's the rosé or the white, or if it's the red, you don't have to put it in the fridge unless you want cold wine, cold red. I have a link. It's Grazie, GRATSI.com/daily dose, and you can get a $15 gift. They have a sampler. They have all kinds of different packages. You can do a subscription, but it looks fancy. It's from Italy. It doesn't have like a vibe of, like college box Franzi type vibes of wine. This is not the box wine you drank in college. It's been featured on Goop. It's been featured in BuzzFeed, Tasting, Sip Magazine. It's a Mediterranean-inspired wine. It is avoiding the 76 FDA-approved additives, added sugars, and inefficient packaging. And their whole motto is live slow and live more. It is phenomenal. All natural ingredients, no concentrates, coloring agents, added sugars, or artificial sweeteners. I'm telling you guys, this is the wine that Lance and I drink at home. Try Grazie wine. It's yum. Okay, let's move on. You guys need to watch this documentary. This is so interesting. I first heard about this documentary on I know that a bunch of people are talking about it. Kate Casey has a podcast episode. I think she interviews the director. I also listened yesterday to Serialist Lee's podcast. That's Annie Elise talking about this. It is a really, really sad case. It's again another, murder case where it's about a woman named Ellen Greenberg. It's the craziest part about this. It's called Death in Apartment 603, What Happened to Ellen Greenberg. I'm going to play you guys the trailer from Hulu. So I hope you guys are interested in this. If you are, let's watch it. And then let's talk a little bit about this, why this is such a wild case. It happened in Philadelphia in a small town called Maniac. I can't remember. Lance lived there, which is why it's so weird to watch it. And he says it's actually like a really sweet, nice town. It's not a dangerous area. But here's the craziest part is the way that this woman was, well, I think murdered, how it went from they rated it a suicide, or they ruled it a suicide, and then they changed it to Maniac. Thank you, Maniac. They ruled it a suicide. And then they changed it to a homicide. And then they ruled it a suicide again. And those kinds of things are devastating for a crime, for the investigation of a crime, and the way that they handled it. We always talk about like the corrupt cops and the way that investigations are kind of taken over. And hello, look at the Karen Reed investigation versus just say the Koberger case. It makes all the difference in the way that you can kind of figure out a murder. This was handled horrendously. Just watch the trailer right now, and then you guys can go ahead and watch the rest of the documentary. It's a crazy story. This is the trailer on, let me share my screen. That would help if you guys actually wanted to watch it. This is via YouTube, but this is the trailer of Death in Apartment 603, What Happened to Ellen Greenberg.
My fiance's on the floor with blood everywhere. Please hurry. There's a knife sticking out of her heart. Oh no! Oh no!
It was January of 2011 when Greenberg was discovered dead by her fiance. She suffered more than 20 stab wounds. Philadelphia medical examiner initially ruled Greenberg's death a homicide before switching it to suicide.
How was this ruled a suicide? It just does not add up. I have investigated stabbing suicides in my career, but I've never seen anyone stab themselves in the back.
Everyone realized how strange and twisted this case was.
We had been told there may have been a meeting. Information was shared that convinced the medical examiner to change from homicide to suicide.
I was shocked.
The medical examiner's office, the police department, the district attorney's office, all the way to Governor Josh Shapiro back when he was Attorney General. These agencies consistently maintain their findings of suicide.
That was that.
So many errors happened in this case. You don't have investigation. You don't have a held crime scene.
That's not right.
Does the evidence match the story that we're hearing? Pretty much all of that is negative. It is our responsibility to Ellen to find out the truth.
If you want to get away with a homicide, have it declared a suicide.
Death in apartment 603. What happened to Ellen Greenberg? Only on.
So, of course, this is on Hulu. You guys can absolutely go and watch it for yourself. I find it to be such a fascinating story. I mean, sad, of course, because this is a woman that was a young, healthy woman in her mid-20s. I want to say 27. She had a job. She was working as a teacher for first grade. And she was engaged to this successful young man who she lived with in this apartment in Philly. And it's really interesting. There's cameras in the lobby and there's cameras in the hallway that take him to the gym. And the day of this murder, and I call it I think it's a murder. I mean, there's absolutely, in my mind, no way that you can physically commit a crime like that to yourself. I just don't see how. But the day that this happened, it was a snowstorm that came in, and it was so intense that school had a snow day. But up until the snow day, she was living a fairly happy life. Like, she had met this great guy. He was perfect for her, and everyone thought, right? Everything seemed great, minus things that maybe were slowly starting to come out in the weeks before this happened. She was showing signs of anxiety. She was showing signs of sadness. She was showing signs of stress. And they were saying she wasn't herself. And so her dad helped her because she wanted to quit her job. She was working in this like overcrowded school, inner city school, 40 kids to her first grade class. And so what happened was her dad was like, I don't want you to lose your job because you've worked so hard to get here. So let me help you get a doctor so that you can go and treat this anxiety, this like sadness. She had this kind of like cloud over her head. So he takes her or sends her to a psychiatrist. She ends up getting on medication. She ends up going on to some sort of I can't remember if it's Prozac or something, like an antidepressant of some sort. Xanax? I don't remember specifically what it was. So they're trying to use this as like, is this a possibility that she went into some sort of like a manic, reaction to this antidepressant? I'm only on episode 2, so I don't know what else will come out through this, but up until the day that this happens, like I said, everything seems fine with her relationship, minus that she's having these stresses. And then what happens is the day that this happens, there's a snow day. She comes home early. She's home. She's chilling in her apartment. Her fiance, also is home with her. He goes down to the gym in the lobby or like downstairs. He works out. There's evidence of this because you see some cameras in the lobby area and down in the gym hallway. Then he comes back upstairs. She's in the apartment with the latch closed, not just the lock, but the latch, like in a hotel, you can latch it closed. He tries to get into the apartment. He doesn't have a key. He can't get in. He's texting her. So you see the texting. You don't have a camera of the hallway, but the neighbor is like, I hear a guy outside. I recognize it's him trying to get into the apartment. And he's like knocking. He's yelling at her like, come on, come on, come on, come on. And so he's texting. Oh, she was on Zoloft. Thanks, Micah. Which is a very common antidepressant. And so he's texting her like, come on, where are you? And he's getting increasingly agitated. Like, what's going on? Why aren't you opening? I'm going to get really angry. I mean, it's kind of the normal reaction, I think, that you would have if you assume that everything is fine inside and you're maybe just getting ignored by your partner and you're stuck in your hallway without a key. So then he goes down to the doorman, and the doorman is also interviewed in this documentary. He goes to the doorman and he says, hey, to the doorman, can you help me get upstairs into my apartment? This part I'm a little confused by. The doorman goes, well, I'm not I can't leave my station. So he doesn't have the ability, and this I'm a little bit confused by here. I can't open the door for you. I can't help you get into your own apartment. I don't know how and why that's a possibility, that a doorman can't, or like a manager on site can't help a person let them into their own apartment. That I'm confused by. But he goes back upstairs at this point and he can't get in again. So he's getting increasingly upset. Then he goes back downstairs and now he's really pissed off at the doorman. You see again on the camera, he comes out and he's like, what the fuck, man? Like, I need to get into my fucking house. I am not getting a hold of my girlfriend or my fiance. So he goes, I'm just going to go effing break open the door. That's what he says. At some point here, and I have to remember the exact timeline, he makes a call to his cousin, I want to say, who happens to be an attorney. At some point here. Then he's up in the hallway. He uses his shoulder and he's able to bang open the door. So the latch knocks open. He's able to break open the door. He opens the door and he sees the body of his fiance laying on the floor in the kitchen. And that's when he realizes, I guess, sees the blood, sees her on the floor, freaks out, calls 911. And you hear the 911 call. And you're able to hear the full 911 call, which basically says, and the 911 call of like him calling, it's an odd call, I have to say. Are you guys interested in hearing the entire call? It's an odd call. Let me know if you guys want to hear it. It's an odd call. I don't know, when I first heard it, I have to say, I don't know if I truly, fully thought it was the correct reaction. You guys want to hear it. Let's listen to the 911 call. It's just a few minutes. It feels, remember, this is a man that left his very healthy 27-year-old fiance in the apartment, went downstairs to work out, and then just came back upstairs to see her laying on the floor, covered in blood. Okay? This is his reaction.
Help! I need everything out. I just walked to my apartment. My fiance's on the floor with blood everywhere.
What is the address?
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please come help now.
4601
Flat Rock Road.
Is this a house or apartment?
Oh no! Oh no! It's an apartment. Please hurry, please.
Where is she bleeding from?
I don't know. I can't tell.
No, sir, you have to calm yourself down in order to get you some help.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm looking at her right now. I can't see anything. There's nothing broken. She's bleeding. Ellie!
You don't know where she's bleeding from? Can't tell
Ellie!
where the blood's coming from?
I think her head. I think she hit her head, But it's everywhere.
Okay,
it's everywhere.
Think she might have fallen? Do you know what happened?
She may have slipped. There's blood on the table. Her face is a little purple.
Okay, hold on for rescue for her. Stay on the phone. What's wrong?
I went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched. My fiance's inside. She wasn't answering. So after about a half hour, I decided to break it down. I see her now just on the floor with blood. She's not responding.
Okay, is she breathing? Look at her chest. I need you to calm down, and I need you to look at her chest. It's really.
I really don't think she is.
Listen to me. Someone's on the way. Look at her chest. Is she flat on her back?
She's on her back. So I bring her.
Look at her chest and tell me if it's going up and down, up and down.
I don't see her moving.
Okay, do you know how to do CPR?
I don't.
Okay, I can tell you what to do, okay, until they get there. I want you to keep her foot on her.
God.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, okay.
Are you willing to do CPR with me over the phone until they get there?
I have to, right?
Okay, so get her flat on her back, bare her chest, okay? You want to rip her shirt off. Okay? You need to kneel down by her side.
Oh, my God. Ellie, please.
Listen, you can't freak out, sir, because you
Okay, I'm trying not to. Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper. Oh, my God. She stabbed herself.
Where?
She fell with a knife. Oh, no. Her knife's sticking out.
Her what?
There's a knife sticking out of her heart.
Oh, she stabbed herself?
I guess so. I don't know where she fell on it. I don't know.
Okay, well, don't touch it.
Okay, so I just let her down. Here now. I mean, what do I do?
No, I mean, you can't. If the knife is in her chest, it's going to be kind of hard for you to do CPR at this time.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Police, which operator? 277.
Is someone coming here?
Yes, they are. You said 4601 Flat Rock, right?
Yes.
Okay, someone's on the way. And the knife is still inside?
Wait, so what?
The knife is still inside of her?
Yes, I didn't take it out.
Was it her chest or what area?
It's in her chest. It looks like it's right in her heart.
Okay, someone's on the way out there. Okay, just get.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay,
how old is she?
She's 27.
27, and there's no sign of life at all.
No, please don't be. What?
Pinch her under her arm and tell me if she responds to pain.
Ellie. She's not. Her arm, her hands are still warm. I don't know if that means, but there's blood everywhere. I mean.
I know, but you can't, and the knife is still inside of her. How far? Can you see how far it went in?
It looks pretty deep.
Okay.
It looks straight. I mean, it's a long knife.
Don't touch anything. Yeah, don't touch anything. Okay.
I'm not touching anything. I can't believe this though.
So wait, it was just you there with her?
We're the only ones here.
And she ran in the door. You said latched it shut.
No. I went downstairs to work out, and when I came back up, the door was latched. Like it was, it wasn't like it was, it was like locked from the inside, and I'm yelling.
And it was latched. I didn't do
that. Was your house
that.
broken into?
No.
So there's no sign of a break-in?
No sign of a break-in at all. I mean, there will be when you get here because I had to break the latch, but to get in.
There will be because I broke in when I had to get in. What? You guys, she was laying. Oh, sorry, Wrigley. She was laying, like, if you see the crime scene photos, she's laying in her kitchen corner. It's like a kitchen cabinet. And her head is kind of propped up. And her back is kind of on the ground. Okay? If you can imagine like a kitchen, right? Cabinets behind you. Blood is all up on the cabinets here. And there's a knife sticking out of her body. Wait, Robin, you believe him? I mean, we're going to have to watch the rest of this, but I'm very, very interested. I need to see the rest of this, but he sounds to me so guilty. I just do not believe that anyone else could be responsible. How? They're on the 6th floor. Very interesting. Okay, so watch the documentary, you guys. Let's finish it tonight and let's talk about it tomorrow. You guys are saying that there's other YouTubers. Robin goes, I did. He sounded sincere, but I'm super gullible. So yeah, the gullible people always fall for everything, right? Like, I'm sorry. Now I need to get Hulu. Well, everyone can get Hulu after canceling it for Jimmy Kimmel. The name of the documentary is What Happened to Ellen Greenberg, or what is it? Death in Apartment. What is it called? Death in Apartment 603, What Happened to Ellen Greenberg. And it's so sad because her parents are interviewed throughout the documentary, and they're such lovely people, and they never had more kids. She was their only kid. And it's just so devastating. Like, Lance and I were just so emotional watching that because, like, you only have one kid, and that's it. And they're like, she's still our kid. We will fight for justice. This happened 10 years ago. We will fight for justice. I think more than that. I think 2011, 14 years ago. We will fight for justice forever. Anyway, we will continue to talk about that. We'll finish chatting about it tomorrow or the next day. All right, you guys, that was a long episode. I adore you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing. And let's keep chatting about all the things. Oh, I did promise you the Brittany Cartwright clip. I have to show you just this Brittany Cartwright clip. I can't, you guys. I'm done because of Special Forces. You know how she jumped out of Special Forces. She quit, and then she said that she couldn't. Well, I know that she just couldn't hang. Right, that's why she couldn't hang, and I just don't think she's in shape. Let's be real. I don't think Brittany Cartwright's like going out and doing workouts left and right. And then she was on a podcast. She was on my friend's Housewives Nightcap podcast. And this is her reasoning of why she couldn't hang on Special Forces. And of course, date night, Brittany Cartwright, she blamed Jax.
After coming out of a toxic relationship, I thought I would be able to handle like the comments and, the DS, they're doing their job. They're supposed to yell at you. They're supposed to do this. And I watched it and I knew that it wasn't something that I didn't think was going to happen. But I also didn't realize how much that would trigger me. I thought like 100% I would come into this and I'm prepared. I probably have it better than everybody else because I'm used to, toxic things and different stuff like that. But instead of motivating me, it really like triggered me. So like whenever they were screaming like you're weak or you're that, I was more like, I know I am. And it kind of did like a reverse effect on me than I expected it to.
Okay, Brett. She's like never going to go to the gym again. She's going to be like, I can't because the trainers remind me of Jax. When they tell me to sit up and do a push-up, I'm going to say, that's toxic. Don't be toxic. You guys have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. See you tomorrow. Thanks for laughing with me. Love you guys. Bye.